Hey Pisces, this is a love and relationship reading for the month of July 2026. Restraints test. Trapped in instability, resist impulsive urges to find steadier ground. Will they, won't they? That was the vibe I was getting as I shuffled. Eight of Swords at the base of the deck as well. This is a long time coming energy. Long time coming. Will they transform? Is the promise for real? You're showing up as a 9 of Wands. You've got your guard up. You've been through some shit. You're not going to just accept anyone coming in, any person coming in with their nonsense. And then I got a little bit of a story here. Queen of Swords, reversed. I'm not going to hear any type of criticism or naysaying anymore. I'm following my own truth. Knight of Swords reversed. If you come to me under the guise of helping, I will dismiss you because I don't need your fucking help. Page of Cups, you're not going to butter me up, motherfucker. So this is how you're showing up here in July. Very independent and on your guard. Your person, Two of Cups reversed. They're pulling away from you. This could be an ex. We'll see. Queen of Swords reversed. Again, hyper-criticism energy. King of Wands reversed. Very petty boots. Self-pitying. Woe is me. I am the center of attention. Five of Swords, insult to injury at the center of the deck. This, could be an ex, but we will see. I think this is more a situationship or a transition point. The star. There's hope here. So we'll see. But basically where you stand at with this person is you have your guard up because they're almost saying, well, why should we even be together? Because, oh, woe is me. I don't have enough attention from you. And you haven't done everything that I wanted you to do. Queen of Swords, you're not perfect enough. You don't meet my criteria. You don't speak the way that I like. And it's just a little bit of bitter backbiting. bit. And Five of Swords, insult to injury. We were already in a tough space and now you want to say all this shit and put our relationship on the line and make threats? Okay, great. But star. So there's healing available here. There's illumination, putting everything out there for all to see, laying the situation bare for acknowledgement and for healing, rectification. What do you want out of your relationship right now, Pisces? What are you looking for? Wheel of Fortune reversed. This is a little bit of asking for some misfortune to visit someone who played their hand a little too heavily. This is a vindictive energy, to be sure. But there's also Eight of Cups, Three of Wands. But also, let's forgive and forget. Let's move on. Let's move forward. I've got more things to do out here. I want to expect better from you. So you're sort of two minds where you're seeking some level of like the universe proving to you that this was an unfair circumstance of the way that they've treated you or talked to you or been critical of you or been hyper like controlling, demanding, or just pissy. I just feel pissy energy about like, what was me? Okay, it's that. King of Pentacles reversed too, like controlling resources, like pocket watching, are you working enough? Are you spending enough? Where are you spending your money at? No. So there's an element of your subconscious here, or conscious even maybe, where it's just like, I want them to understand how I felt, or I at least want the universe to confirm to me that I was not crazy and I am justified in feeling like that was not right. But you're also like, I'll let bygones be bygones if we can at least look towards a brighter future. What do they expect subconsciously from this relationship? Ten of Swords, it's all going to end. Doom and gloom. Doom and gloom, it's all going to end. It's just heading towards a fucking train wreck. Ending, permanent ending. King of Swords. They're also hoping to be rational, be reasonable, and find equitable answers to any problems that are forthcoming. Two of Wands. They also want to make plans and make progress with you and with the relationship. what the fuck? So both of you are showing me that you kind of want to like get one over on the other, or are in an expectation of like they're gonna end it all, or I need proof that this is what I've been through, or there's some kind of some muddiness going on here in the background, but in your conscious thoughts, you're trying to just move forward and have higher expectations for what could happen. They're trying to be rational, reasonable, and diplomatic, and have plans for the future as well. That's where the restraints test come in. Do you, either of you, indulge in these lower vibe, like 532 on the clock, this desire, this impulse, this like indulgence even, to let it out, that they are, hyper into, I keep saying hyper, like they're charged up. We can say that. Whoever this person is, they are um emotionally charged. They are at the extremities of feeling and thought. But they're restraining it. They're trying to restrain it and be diplomatic, King of Swords, be pragmatic, and just let's move forward, and same as you. But it's more out of a guarded sense and wanting a justification, wanting to have the universe show you that you were right. So are you going to give into that or not? Right? Are either of you going to give into that or not? What are your fears about the relationship at this time? Subconsciously, please. 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Emotionally, of course. The 7 of Cups is that, choosing the wrong horse, or did I have another option? Was there something else that I could have done correctly? Is there something that I'm missing? Am I being delusional? What is more Pisces than that, my dear? Am I being delusional about what is going on here? And 5 of Cups, just fearing having to be in a place of sorrow, of loss, and separation. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Your practical side of yourself does want financial security and abundance here. And it's coming up in this conversation about fears because it's like, am I deluding myself? Should I be more pragmatic about my situation? Am I deluding myself that this is actually something that is falling apart? Or should I just come back to Jesus, come back and touch grass, and just realize that this moment is a passing phase? Jury's still out. We'll see. What are they afraid of subconsciously? Your person. Pisces, your person is afraid of subconsciously 8 of Pentacles reversed, not being able to find work in a very literal sense, or having to do something that they have never done before. 2 of Pentacles, making a financial compromise, or making a literal material compromise. The Fool reversed. They have been taking themselves very seriously as of late. Their demands and their issues and their nitpicking has been rather high. I think they've been handling themselves very immaturely in some ways, but ultimately, I do understand where they're coming from. They're worried about their financial futures. It's adding insult to injury. Things are already tough, and now there's this added pressure here. And they're afraid that they will have to do something that they don't want to do in order just to keep the roof over their head and keep it going, to get some sort of stability underfoot. And that their levity and their freedom is at risk. How do you see them at this time subconsciously? Moon. You're not quite sure. Fearful, emotional, and moody. But there's something hidden. 8 of Wands. I think you've probably tried to have dialogue with them about what's going on. Why are you so petty? Why are you so touchy? Why are you very like wanting all this attention and being kind of controlling, and I want to have it my way or the highway, and threatening our relationship and stuff like that? And the results are not forthcoming. There were no results. There was no answers left. Page of Cups. They might have just said, "Oh, don't worry about it, Pisces. I still love you," but it's like, Okay, do you, or do you just want me to shut up and leave you alone? Right? How do they see you at this time? How does Pisces person see them? Full reverse. Not willing to take a risk. Taking something rather seriously. Being on their guard. Being on your guard. Being guarded. Again, 9 of Wands. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me they're wrong. 7 of Wands. Having the upper hand. They do feel like you have some kind of power in the situation. That is explaining why here now that they... Oh, and it has to do with money. This is why they're so acting the way that they are, because they see you as having the power and the control. They cannot control you. They're trying to throw whatever at the wall and see what sticks. Maybe if I nag them enough, maybe if I boss them around, or I say, I'm going to do things my way no matter what you say. Maybe if I threaten their relationship, maybe they'll heed my words that we're poor and I'm worried. I don't know what's going to happen with my financial futures. I don't like this financial injury that we're under at this time, or that I'm under. And they're showing me that they care. I'm not really seeing very much from you that you care about it. Queen of Wands reversed right behind it. They're concerned that your self-indulgence, ego, and self-importance may have gotten the better of you. Empress reverse, that you're only able to take and not to give. 4 of Wands, there could be a household or a greater commitment, like a marriage or something that's on the line here, or it could be at risk if money doesn't turn right, or if too much egotism, something that they have on the line that they feel like you're in control of, that they can't do anything about. That's where we're at in July. So how can you support them if you so wish? If you wish to support your person, Pisces, in this time as they struggle with these fears, 2 of Swords, 2 of Swords upright, just 2 of Swords. You're at a crossroads. There's potentials. 2 cards here. Here's your choices. 2 of Wands, make future plans. 9 of Pentacles reversed, be dependent. Be a financial dependent. 10 of Pentacles at the base. If you speak their language, this will calm things down. And I don't even want to say like speak, because I see a lot of wands here, which is about speaking. I think action, well, wands are about action too. If you take action towards a plan that is tangible, where you say, I'm at this crossroads. I either have the potential to be a financial dependent, or I have the potential to make plans and look out in the world for new opportunities that can lead us together to a 10 of Pentacles, where we are adaptable and we're building and we have security and there's everything in its right place and we can build upon further growth. Is that within your ability at this time to make such a decision? And if so, how, if you were to show them that you want to move towards the 2 of Wands, Page of Wands reverse, yeah, it's chalk is cheap. Can't be that, okay? What can Pisces do to show their person they choose the 2 of Wands? 4 of Pentacles reverse, 10 of Pentacles. It's an either or scenario, and it depends on what you tangibly choose. Do you allow more finances to slip through your fingers where more goes out than comes in? Or do you bring more in than goes out? I don't know what's going on in your life right now. I myself am Pisces. I get it. I understand too well what this is about. They're not going to be satisfied and relieved of this situation until more is coming in, where you're bringing more in than is going out. So curtail spending or increase income, or both, ideally. If you want to support them, this is 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment for them. This is the dream come true. That's all they want. This solves all of their issues. They're no longer acting like a little wounded animal here. Oh, they're just worried, right? Okay. What can you ask for support with? World reversed. It's not over yet. We're almost to a close. We're almost to the end. Page of Cups, your continual emotional support means something to me, even if sometimes it rings hollow. Knight of Cups reverse, I also give permission and acceptance and space for you to not be so nice. So it's like, just a little bit more patience from them if you need a little bit more time. And again, their kind words or being sweet and gentle with you when they can. Positive emotional messaging is always helpful here. But with the Knight of Cups reversed, don't expect them to be kissing your ass or making grand romantic gestures when they're freaked out beyond belief about what's going on here, that they think the whole fucking thing is going to come crashing down with the 10 of Swords, and that they're like threatening the relationship because they don't know how else to make you do what they want to feel secure. I don't even know if you can do right at this very second what they want to feel secure. Knight of Pentacles, because it's about steady money and financial security, but that takes time. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the deck. Takes time. So what are you learning about right now, Pisces, in your relationship? In July, Empress reversed. Open to receive, yes or no? Burden not worth having with the Eight of Swords, the entrapment, and the Tower reversed. Avoiding disaster by entrapping oneself in burdens of being on the receiving or dependent end. There may be a tower that you're avoiding, and it's only served to put you in a cage. You might have to face something destroying, and it could even be your own sense of self and your ego here with the Sun reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed. You might have to face the music that you're not always going to have it your way, and the avoidance of that has created its own type of cage. Empress reversed is just demanding others curtail to you instead of going with the flow of what's happening around you and playing support roles instead of leadership roles. This is also misusing an easy come, easy go mentality. Okay. Restraints test again. Can we hold out till this world turns upright and we get through the end of this cycle? Is what the question really is here for you both. What are they learning about right now? Pisces person. Justice. True fairness. True equality. Egalitarianism. What that actually looks like. Four of Cups reversed. Just accepting what is really there. Having faith. Hope for the future. Looking to the bright side. 10 of Cups. Oh my God. Their sense of justice has been an impediment at times to them actually looking hopeful towards the future, accepting circumstances around them and making the best of it. Pisces energy, Pisces energy. Jupiter and Mars and Pisces here with the 9 and 10 of Cups. Emotional sustainment, sustaining gratitude and thankfulness is all that they really need. And they can have it right away by just looking for the bright side of whatever's going on and having faith in the universe and in the faith in the person that they've put their trust and love in. Ace of Cups. I want to get more clarification on what you're learning about at this time, because since this is also a reading in my energy, sometimes it's a little tough for me to read the things that I don't want to see. And I have a feeling this falls into that category. More clarification on the Empress, please. Empress reversed. Key. Important element to resolve a problem. Not always taking the easy road. You know, sometimes the easy road or the path of least resistance is the path of fucking disaster. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands reverse. Clarify the Ten of Wands. Getting Libra energy. You know, concern of that partnership that you've committed to and the person. Protected, able to weather the storms of life. The burden's not worth having. The burdens that aren't your own. Protecting and shielding yourself from taking responsibility and owning up to the avoidance of having to face the tower. Because on some level, there is more money leaving than that's coming in. It's creating an instability that has really set your person off, and it's just scary to them. Very scary. Eight of Swords. The gift. That's what you get. Here's what you've earned. Surprise! You've been gifted a trap, a cage. You know, the thing that you wished for, the thing that you know, the spiritual gift for avoidance is the cage. Well, we're going to hold you here. Tower reversed. What's the avoidance of disaster here that Pisces needs to know about? What are they avoiding here? 40. So the Holly Sprig. Protection, divinity, Christmas season. $11, I'm seeing as well. Protection and legal issues, law, government, and politics. To have the firm foundation that you're looking for that can protect you, you have to face karmic law. You have to face the law of the land, the law of reality, the 3D. You know, we all are spiritual here, okay? We can't just manifest a fucking fortune into our laps and expect everything's going to end up hunky-dory. No, we have to get out there and do some shit. The law of the land is earn money, make money, get money, however it may be, but you must have money to pay for survival and security and protection from the elements, from what is unfortunate and unpleasant. Okay. I had to pull that one out by his teeth. I definitely didn't want to see that. But I knew it. So here we are. Let's get a... Okay, wait. What are you releasing in your own best interests by the advice of your guides, angels, and loved ones, Pisces? Knight of Wands, this impulsiveness, hyper focus on sex, vitality, having fun, taking risks. Knight of Swords reverse. It's not helping. That is energy misuse, energy that should be used towards taking definitive action that makes logical sense, that helps the circumstance. Instead, that energy is being redirected towards passion and self aggrandization. What's that word? Anyway, like ego needs, base needs. Redirect that energy. That's why you have that. If you have those impulses, if you want to, oh, I want to go out and do this, or oh, I feel like I want to do this, or oh, I'm horny right now, whatever. Right? Redirect that energy into actually getting something done that is helpful to your circumstances and situation. Your person, what are they letting go of for their own best interest? The Lovers. Six of Cups. Unconditional love for this love relationship. Wow. Wow, we really did it this time, Pisces. This person has to honor their commitment to their childhood self for their own emotionally conditional, unconditional love for their child self, for their inner self. Their focus has been on you and on the relationship to the detriment of their child self. That's got to go. Hangman, they've got a new perspective now, and they are starting to put themselves first. I mean, just for me, outside of this reading, I don't know where you're at on this, but to me, this is a necessary, like come to Jesus and get real and put more energy towards yourself. You deserve it. Make sure that you're capable. Make sure that you're able to do what you need to do, regardless of what the relationship is doing, the person is doing, because you're not in control of that. So it's a necessary balancing and readjustment when things have gotten a little bit too far out of whack. Pisces, I'm just seeing you have a lot of the control here, and your person is reclaiming it. And so it's restraint on your part to release control to them while restraining yourself enough to do what you signed up for, do what is required and necessary without putting that off onto them or just the universe and hoping everything works out magically. Magical thinking. Meanwhile, they're restraining themselves from freaking out on you and trying to struggle to control you because they put all their energy towards you, instead turning it back towards themselves. What can they do in this situation? How can they have hope? How can they make a brighter future for themselves? What are they doing? And be positive about it. Unicorn. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. That is not what I expected to see. That is not what I expected to see. All right, let's see. UQRSTUV. Okay. Whatever the artistic vehicle through which you express your most creative self, whether it's drawing, poetry, painting, music, acting, or any other form of creative expression, make it a priority in your life by devoting some time, energy, and perhaps even money towards this artistic pursuit. What? What? Okay, this is them. I pulled this as I talked about them. Discover, General, Libra. Okay, that's fine. They should be focused on artistic pursuits. Like, I'm just second guessing everything here because I just don't trust myself in this moment. Am I doing the magical thinking like I was saying? How special do I really think I am? How special do we think we are, Pisces? Like, everything needs a balancing act. Give me a card for Pisces for this reading. Confirm or deny this unicorn situation. Condor. You're too enmeshed in the situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking action. Well, that's no question here. I'm like confusing this whole reading right now and then just talking about it out loud. I guess I'll bring you through what I'm thinking and feeling right now because it's got me doubting myself. You've lost perspective here because you either believe there's something you absolutely need to have happen or else you've simply being too stubborn to let go. Step back and take a fresh look at your circumstances. It's the forest versus the trees dilemma. You're too close to clearly discern the reality of what's actually taking place. Oh, shit. Make a practice of detachment. Most people think that this is a cold, sterile way of responding to a situation or person, but nothing is further from the truth. It's far worse to remain so utterly involved and entangled that you lose perspective, and sometimes even yourself. This all too familiar pattern stems from the guilty feeling that somehow you're not doing enough unless you completely immerse yourself in the problem or person, continually trying to fix the situation or rescue the individual involved. While this may give you a temporary sense of satisfaction, doing so also creates unhealthy dependencies, yours and others. Okay, now that's starting to make fucking sense. True detachment is objective compassion, a state of mind and heart where you still care very much but are distanced enough so that you're not under the illusion that you can somehow control the situation or person through your participation or intervention. In any situation or conversation, follow these 4 simple guidelines. First, be 100% present and attentive. Second, speak your truth or maintain a dignified silence. Third, keep the focus on what's really important and what really matters. And fourth, let go of any attachment to outcome. 3 of Wands, you have an attachment to outcome here, okay? I can see that clearly. There is a hyper involvement. Defensive because of what that might mean for how far you've come and making the situation worse, potentially. Guilt, energy. The key to the situation, Empress reversed, of trying too closely to control and micromanage the situation. 10 of Wands, by abdicating responsibility, you protect. The gift you give is of further restraint, further lockdown, further control. All while trying to avoid the tower moment to protect yourself from karmic justice. Pachamama, Mother Earth, yeah. You can still wield your influence by stating your preferences, whether strong or mild, without insisting on getting your way. Express yourself and see what happens, all the while honoring and respecting others. They're learning to express themselves. They're learning to honor their child selves. They're learning to pull away from heavy identification with you and finding themselves again in the mix. You're too heavily involved here and need to distance yourself. They're deeply worried about all these financial matters, and you might not have been attending to them either. That's what the insult to injury is here with the 5 of Swords. And it's funny how the New Perspective Pisces card is pulled as the final card of the tarot. This whole, like, my whole perspective of what this fucking reading was even about has fucking flipped on its head as we finally get to the end. How very Pisces. You can't figure out what it was all for until the fucking story is over. And we're too far enmeshed into it to, like, really read it clearly. That is fucking wild. If you're still here, you finally figured out what this whole shit was about. And if you left early, then you didn't know and you got the wrong idea and you still don't fucking know. And man, how can I, like, publish a reading like this? But I have to. The great mystery of life. Our angels, guides, and loved ones have some advice for you. What is it? Give your inner critique a vacation day and be kind to yourself. Temperance. You can transition out of this. Whatever negativity there is, you can transmute it. That's what we're here to do. We must forgive if you want to be free. Do it for yourself. Forgive yourself for not figuring this out up till now. You know, for any harm that you visited upon yourself or upon them by being overly controlling or overly involved. I don't even know what I'm going to list this, like, name this reading as. It's just mind-boggling. I'm going to have to sit on it for a second. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you're still watching, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Hopefully it was helpful. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I also have rising sign readings available right now on my channel. Go check that out. Take good care of yourself. Man, leaving the hardest for last. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Bye.